We're back with more Seattle Real Estate Radio with your hosts, Christian Nossum and Dan Keller.
Hello, and welcome back to Seattle Real Estate Radio here on KKOL 1300 AM. And man, I am pumped about this show. I am.
Me too.
You sound so. Me too.
Oh. Woo! No, I actually really am.
I know you are. I know you. That's why I was making fun of you, because I know you're actually super excited about this. So we have Jeff Davis, owner of HomeTech Installs, HomeTechInstalls.com as well. He is a super smart guy on the show, and he is here to teach us all about home automation. So HomeTech Installs offers technical home installation, including home automation, which includes automated lighting, automated door locks, automated window coverings, security systems, surveillance cameras, etc., etc. You can do a lot with it.
You name it, he does it.
Pretty much, probably, yeah. You can do flat screen TV wall mounting and wire concealment as well, because no one likes cords hanging out underneath their flat screen that's hung on the wall. Alexa, Siri, Google Home voice integration, AC power outlet, AV switch installation, additions, and so much more. He has over 10 years of experience, and you can be assured the job will be done perfect the first time around. As a kid, electronics, computers, and technology had always been a passion of his, so he turned that passion into this very successful business. So, Jeff, thank you very much for spending your time with us and sharing your knowledge.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So, we always do two segments. In the first one, I always like to do like super basic, let's explore and educate on what's going on with whatever the subject is. So let's start and lay some groundwork real quick. So what exactly is home automation?
Yes, well, home automation is basically automating the home with smart devices, usually on your home network, usually over wireless, usually over Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, one of the main foundations is having a Wi-Fi network.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have Wi-Fi networks. You can do it without a Wi-Fi network, and they just talk to the hub specifically, but really having a good groundwork of the Wi-Fi network to connect all the home devices is how it's done.
Cool. So I know that there's like a lot of people that have the Alexa and Siri and all Google Home and all that stuff. And since we're talking on the radio and it's going over the air, probably in someone's home, I know you kind of wanted to give out a little warning real quick in case we start turning on and off their lights and unlocking their doors and whatnot.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you already said the A word,
Yeah.
Alexa. So, at this time, if you do have a home AI, artificial intelligence, such as Alexa, Siri, go ahead and press the mute button right now on that device, or we may be triggering your lights or whatnot during this discussion. So
locking your doors or whatever.
Yeah, go ahead and changing your thermostat. Go ahead and hit mute right now at this time, and then we can discuss this without triggering your home devices.
It would be kind of fun one day to just randomly, interspersed in between our show, just start saying commands.
There was just a commercial that had one. I won't say the name. It's a food chain, BK, let's say. And they had a commercial which triggered Alexa, and that was a big deal. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, that was all over the news like a month ago.
I thought I heard of like Domino's as well doing that, where it like ordered pizzas for people because of their commercial.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
They probably did that on purpose.
I know, exactly. Paid them a bunch of extra money, and they're like, pizza? I didn't order pizza. According to Alexa, you did. Yeah. So anyways, how'd you get involved in the industry? Because it's such a unique and niche industry, and it's on the edge of a newer industry as well. So kind of what got you into it?
Well, I've always been into computers and electronics. Got my first computer in the 80s.
Wow.
Started programming at 12 years old. So
Cool.
I was always a computer person and always an electronics guy. My parents got me the little toy Simon where you press the buttons, devices like that. I'd always take them apart, wondering what's inside them.
Oh,
Never
nice.
got them back together, but I found out what was inside them. So I knew electronics from a very young age, just kind of what's inside the devices. As far as getting into the industry, once I got into my early years of college, I started to, in the 90s. In the 90s, there was X10 modules. That was kind of the first home automation. And actually, it has a history of they started the consumer market of X10 in Kent, Washington, which is a fun fact.
I had a friend that worked for X10.
X10, yeah. And X10 was one of the first wireless protocols. They weren't over Wi-Fi, but they had the old school metal antennas that would talk over radio frequency instead of Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi wasn't
existed. Yeah.
So, I created some home automation stuff then, and I got really interested ever since then. But then I started seeing a market for it and started the business, and I've had several tech businesses, but this is the latest iteration of it. And with the AI, with the Alexa, with Siri and Google Home, Apple HomeKit with Siri, I see a huge market emerging because you can now control things with your voice. You can control it with your voice. You can have presence sensors that know when you're home in a way to turn your environment exactly how you want it.
Yeah.
So I saw a huge market, so I started the company HomeTech Installs, and it's growing very rapidly.
That's awesome. I'm pretty excited about it as well. I mean, we have a lot of tech clients that work in, Amazon, Facebook, Google, all of the above, and then some. And a lot of them are super into it. Some of them even work on these teams specifically. And, I mean, the stuff that I hear them talking about and what's coming up on the horizon potentially, it's pretty dang cool.
A large percentage of my customers are Amazon developers, software, hardware engineers, as well as Microsoft. Specifically, I've had customers that work on Alexa AI specifically, where they know that portion of it, but they don't know the rest of the home integration, and they want me to do a wall mount TV. Everybody wants their TVs wall mounted.
Exactly.
And it sounds like that doesn't tie in with home automation as much, but it does with the wire concealment. Nobody wants to see the wires. So since you're hiding the wires behind the wall, you hook up that Ethernet cable, boom, your smart TV is on your home network, thus becoming part of the smart home. Yeah. That's how that ties together, which is really important. Yeah. And the flat screen install is huge. And when I go to install a flat screen, do the flat screen installations, I bring up the home automation. They said, "What? You can do that?" I said, yeah, and I explain it. They say, "Give me links, I'll order it and have you install it," and that becomes a larger job. I'm not really trying to upsell. It's actually my passion, and I'm explaining it, but it gets me more business, and they're very happy about it. They didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
And I think a lot of people with home automation, they want it. They just don't know where to start.
Exactly.
And so if you're already there doing the wall mount TV and concealing the wires and all that stuff, and you can bring it up anyway.
Exactly.
And they're like, "Oh, yeah, I want it. I just didn't know."
Everybody's interested in it.
Yeah. And it's becoming more and more interesting, too.
Well, what are there concerns as far as privacy goes? Because, all this is cool, and I recently I showed a smart house a couple weeks ago, and it was the coolest house I've ever seen. But do people feel that, you have these electronic devices listening to you every moment?
Yes, definitely. There is that concern.
Okay.
Now, each one of the listening devices, which are the AI devices, which are your Google Home, your Apple HomeKit, which is actually an app which runs off the Apple TV for now, or your Amazon Echo devices. Each one of them has a mute button. If you really feel concerned, you can hit the mute button. Now, people may still be concerned and say, well, who really knows if that's working, right? It has a red light. It says, not listening. Right. And it's not, because you could say a command. But you literally can unplug it if you're really worried about your concern. Now, that's a direct concern and directly addressing the listening component to it. But there are fail-safes in place, such as the automated door locks. So with the automated door locks, you can unlock the door. You can ask Alexa, is my front door locked? Alexa will say, checking, please wait. Come back with an answer, because Alexa speaks to your hub, which is on the same network as your automated door lock, checks the status, the physical locked or unlocked position, reports back to the hub, which reports back to the microphone on the Echo, and Alexa says, your front door is not locked. Would you like me to lock it? You say yes, and it'll actually lock your door. But it will not unlock it for security purposes.
Nice.
So, yes, you can manually mute it with a button. You can unplug it if you're really concerned. If you want to have a private or intimate situation, you can unplug it physically. And once it's unplugged physically, it can't
It's
listen.
not like there's a battery in there.
So really, yeah. I mean, if you're really, really paranoid, and some people are, about privacy, then maybe that component, the AI component, isn't for you. And you can manually still have home automation with remote controls. Right?
Or your phone
Or your
as
phone,
the hub, as the remote.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So AI is really, really convenient, but for if people that are really concerned about the privacy, they can still have their home automation, just not with the AI voice component.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
What about, so you need Wi-Fi in order to make this work. Do you need like an upgraded, faster internet speed at your home in order to make this stuff
That's
work?
a good question, and the answer is no. A very basic, cheapest Wi-Fi, slowest service is going to be fine, because the communications, they're just simple.
Yeah, they're very simple
data
commands. Yeah.
They're commands which goes over data, which doesn't take a lot of bandwidth whatsoever.
So it's not like you're streaming video
You're not
or anything
streaming
like
anything.
that. Yeah.
It's listening. You tell it a command. It sends the data to the hub. May go to a cloud to search a library if it needs to, and comes back all within seconds. It just needs stable internet connectivity.
Got it.
So a stable internet connection is important.
So I know like about the mesh Wi-Fi networks out there, like Arrow and stuff like that.
I have experience with that.
Yeah. So are those preferable in these situations where maybe you have a bigger home and your Wi-Fi signal isn't super strong all around your home?
Yes and no. Those mesh networks work in some houses and not others. It has a lot to do with the construction of the walls and obstructions. I have clients with elevators in the center of their house, and it doesn't work well beyond that because that acts as
Big
an
metal box in the middle.
So mesh networks are spotty versus running Ethernet separately through the house, which I can do as well. Do long Ethernet runs or Wi-Fi range extenders, and there's also power line adapters. A lot of different options. Mesh networks aren't really advised for a 100% solid, stable connection, but they do work well in certain situations where you don't have metal beams in a home in the construction.
Got it.
It's fine for
Well, we barely touched on the surface of all the questions I have, and I know Les has a bunch too, but we got to take a quick break. So stay tuned. We got Jeff Davis, owner of HomeTech Installs, on, and we're talking home automation. So stay tuned for more Seattle Real Estate Radio.
Stay tuned. There's more Seattle Real Estate Radio coming up here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL. We're back with more Seattle Real Estate Radio with your hosts, Christian Nossum and Dan Keller.
Hello, and welcome back to Seattle Real Estate Radio here on KKOL 1300 AM. We are back with Jeff Davis, owner of HomeTech Installs, and he is a home automation expert, and I definitely agree with that statement. He knows his stuff. So thank you again, Jeff, for taking your time and educating everybody.
Give the man a round of applause.
Oh, yes, let's do that. Hold on. I'm a little slow to the draw.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
So let's get into a little bit more about how AI integrates with Siri, Alexa, and Google Home. So how does that work?
Yes, that's a super important question. And so we have home automation, and that is automating your home with devices, which you can use with a remote control and have been able to use with a remote control, for instance, to power your shades or whatnot. And up to this point, in the last several years, we now have the Amazon Echo, which uses Alexa as the artificial intelligence. And then we have Google Home, which uses the Google proprietary system, and it's on a cloud, actually. And then we have Siri, which exists within the Apple HomeKit. Apple's a little late to the game, but they have a huge customer base. Apple. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll see on the packaging when you go to buy smart lighting, you'll see what it's compatible with. Compatible with Apple HomeKit. That means Siri. Siri is the artificial intelligence. For Apple HomeKit is the framework.
Got it.
Or it's compatible with Alexa, which is the AI within the Echo, Amazon Echo, or Google Home.
Yep.
But Apple's big. My preference, since it's been around the most and supports the most devices, been around the longest, is Alexa and the Amazon Echo devices, and they have a lot of different devices now.
And
How long has Alexa been around?
It's been around over 2 years now.
Yeah.
So it's been around, but this whole AI is fairly new in the last 2 to 3 years as far as consumer popularity. It's really out there now.
And it's blown up, and Amazon's done a brilliant job of making the devices so inexpensive. $50.
$49 for an Echo Dot.
Yeah.
That's extremely affordable.
Yeah.
Versus an Apple TV to get the Apple Home Kit, you're talking hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, $200 to $300.
You know,
for one of those.
Apple's always going to
Apple TV.
Yeah.
Yep. Apple's always going to be more expensive, but they have the largest consumer base. So
we'll see how they
companies-
make it work.
Yeah, and Google is the newest to the game, but growing extremely fast because they have a large customer base.
So they got the whole Android and all that stuff. So okay.
All right. Well, let's go over a real life example. So if I had, if my home was fully automated, as soon as I walk into the door, what kind of things am I doing? What kind of programs am I running? What kind of commands am I giving? What's happening?
Right. So you could directly give it commands such as Siri, unlock the front. Well, actually, that's a bad example. Siri, turn on hallway light. Siri, turn on the TV to my favorite channel, to the local news. Right. You could directly say the commands.
Right.
However, before you get home, as you pull up in your driveway, you can have a presence sensor, a little fob on your keychain. The presence sensor knows when it's within or out of your Wi-Fi range. So your car pulls up, or you could have it in the glove box. Your car pulls up, it logs on to the Wi-Fi. It says, oh, you're home. And when you're home, you can have it run a scene, a pre-set up scene.
That's cool.
To turn on all the lights around your house for security purposes to light everything up to its maximum brightness.
Yeah.
Turn on your walkway lights to the door. Unlock your door. You could set up a system to do so if you're within a certain range.
Could it open up your garage door when it senses you're close
absolutely.
enough?
There's garage door interfaces.
That's awesome.
Yep. So,
you
pull
could just
up,
pull
your
up,
garage door opens automatically.
and then
you
the
pull
scene
in,
starts.
and you could say the scene, close the garage door after a car has gone through the light sensor. You could have that fully automated. Also turn on whatever lights you wanted, your pathway walking in. But it could also start, if it's summer and you have an air conditioning, it could start your air conditioning to your preferred climate level. With your controlled thermostat. It can turn on your TV to your favorite station. You get home at the same time or whatever, or when you get home. Play the news if you've recorded the news on your DVR and have that all set up and playing for you. So
you could even have music playing.
But you could have music tuned to your favorite station or play your favorite playlist when you get home to wind down.
Right.
And on that note, so that's coming home. Going to sleep, you lay in bed, you can say, Alexa, dim bedroom lights to 1%. So poof, it'll bring your lights down. It'll dim your lights. Alexa, play soothing music. Ocean waves. You start hearing the ocean waves. It starts putting you to sleep.
Wow.
And then you can say, Alexa, set sleep timer for 15 minutes. She says, okay, I'll go ahead and turn off the ocean waves after 15 minutes.
Wow.
So you get lulled to sleep, the light's dim, the light goes out, and the ocean waves stop and you're asleep. And it's fully automated. You didn't need to get up, flip any switches, lights on, lights off, turn on the music, turn off the music.
Right.
It's convenience. It's convenience, and it's automated, and you can program these scenes.
What about like mornings? Can you do something for the morning?
Sure.
Too? What's a good morning?
You have,
routine?
like,
So
a whole morning
you could set up a
routine?
morning scene. Alexa is amazing for that. They have something called briefing. So in the morning, by the way, before you go to bed, you say, Alexa, set an alarm for 9 a.m., whatever. Alexa will wake you up with the alarm. You say, Alexa, stop to stop the alarm. And then you say, Alexa, briefing in the morning, and you preset your interest, and it'll go over the latest breaking news on those interests. For me, technology, breaking news, and it'll give you tailored news information and stocks or whatever you set up for, and it'll tell you that while you get up, while you take a shower, brush your teeth, whatever.
Right.
Wow.
So that's a good morning scene.
So what are some of your favorite services, and what are the most popular services that you're seeing that people are choosing to go with?
As far as me as the home automation installer.
Yeah.
Really, flat screen TV is the biggest, like I said. And because people have smart TVs. And with smart TVs, they can easily integrate with the home automation. So flat screen, wall mounting, and the wire concealment, because nobody wants the wires hanging. And if I'm putting the wires behind the wall anyways, even if it's a Wi-Fi TV, I can hardwire the Ethernet, which gives it a more stable connection. Right. And then, of course, I talked to them about the home automation. Home automation is my second most requested thing for now, because people don't know much about it. So the home automation. So lighting, smart lighting is a big one. And then integration with the artificial intelligence, Amazon Echo, etc. And then video and security and video surveillance system is my third.
Okay, so how much would this run somebody? Does it depend on what you're doing? Or
totally depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
So for the cheapest scenario, say you want to have AI voice automation to control one light. Okay, so you would need to buy the Amazon Echo, which is $49. That gets your voice component, right. The AI, the voice component, and then you need to buy one smart bulb with a hub. The hub talks to the light bulb, which is about. You can go with the cheaper ones, or a Philips Hue are the best. They're most common.
Super popular one.
Super popular. If you just go with a standard white bulb, you get the hub and one bulb for maybe $60, $75. But then you've got the hub. Each additional bulb, just a black and white, or just a white bulb not colored, maybe $15 each or something. And then the color bulbs can go up to $35. But they do the full spectrum. You can do all kinds of lighting scenes.
Yeah, that's what's kind of cool too. Yeah. So you could come home, you could set your coming home scene if you have the colored bulbs, not just a regular white bulb. And you could have some cool colors going on.
You could have a fireplace scene, like looking like a fireplace is going. If your alarm goes off, you can flash red and blue all around your house and freak out
the thief.
Like, you know what's going on.
You know who's going to show up.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can do all kinds of things with the colored bulbs. And there's colored lighting is a big thing as well with home automation. You can integrate Aurora Nanoleaf. They're the triangle. I don't know if you've seen the triangle lights. And you can put them in you can put a mural on your wall, you can put them on your desk, and they're super, super bright, colorful, and you can run colored scenes like a fireplace scene. Or it's just like it's an art mural type of lighting.
Got it.
And they're very light, and they're tiles and they're triangles, and they have little like SIM card connectors, and you can connect and shape them however you want and buy expandable modules, fill up a whole wall.
Wow.
Those are really, really cool. All these things are available at your local Best Buy. You can go check them out. Those are a little spendy, those Aurora Nanoleaf lights, but they're very, very, very bright. They'll light up your whole room, and they're really exciting.
So how long do they last?
The
light bulbs themselves.
The light bulbs.
Do they ever go out?
The light bulbs themselves are LED. Okay, they're the most the latest technology, and technically LED bulbs could last forever, but there still is it's a diode. It's a light emitting diode versus a filament bulb. The filament would burn out very easily because it's a thinner conductor. It's fragile. So the LED bulbs are they'll last years and years.
Yeah.
So many years. Yeah, you don't have to worry about replacing those bulbs too often. That's a good question.
Let me get your contact info out real quick. So, and a little bit more about what you do before we end and wrap up here. So, HomeTech Installs offers technical home installation, including home automation, which includes automated lighting, automated door locks, automated window coverings, security systems, and surveillance cameras. They also do flat screen wall TV mounting and wire concealment, Alexa, Siri, Google Home voice integration, so voice AI integration, AC power outlet, AV switch installation, additions, and more. With over 10 years of experience, you can be assured that the job will be done perfect the first time around. They've also been recently named in the top 3% of all Thumbtack professionals with a perfect 5-star rating, and they have the little Thumbtack Top Pro badge to prove it on their website, which was pretty cool to see. You can easily reach them online or even book your appointment online at HomeTechInstalls.com. That's HomeTechInstalls with an S.com. Or you could text him at 425-395-4377. That's 425-395-4377. And that is a good text number. It's a cell phone, but who talks on the phone anymore these days? It's all text. So
I can call back.
yeah, exactly. Jeff is awesome. I appreciate all your time.
Thank
You educated me a lot on what could be done.
For sure.
And I know that we have a lot of clients, like I was saying, that want this and want the information. So the fact that now we have someone to refer them to is a big deal. And it's, I mean, clearly you know your stuff. You've been doing this a long time.
It's my passion.
Exactly. We
forever.
can tell. We can tell.
Yeah.
So if you are in the market whatsoever for, or maybe you've been gifted an Amazon Echo or something, and you don't know what the heck to do with it, give him a not a call, just text him,
Text
or
Email.
book an appointment or an email at
Call back and have a
HomeTechInstalls.com.
conversation. That's
I'll
totally
send my
fine.
courier pigeon.
I'm just always working, so a quick text and I'll call back as soon as I'm off work. And have
Awesome.
A long conversation is fine.
Well, we got to go. Take a quick break, so
tuned.
stay tuned.
There's more Seattle Real Estate Radio coming up here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.